What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Mike, full-time media seller, Amazon and eBay. Another one of our wonderful Monday videos where we go over what we sold on eBay, what we're listing on eBay, what we sold on Amazon, what we're listing on Amazon. I keep all of my bases covered, right? Because anybody can get in front of the camera and say they actually have a media business, but I like having a little bit of, you know, a little badge of honor when it comes to actually practicing what I preach. Today's topic is an important one. Are resellers actually making money? So throughout this video, I'm going to cover different topics. You're going to see actual numbers. I know, I mean, it's not just going to be, hey, look at my sales. I'm going to give you actual numbers from my personal business. And then I got some numbers from some other people as well. So we'll cover that as we go along. But you can't make this stuff up, right? When you put in the time, you put in the work. I say it all the time. Fellow reseller friend Tech and Sports says it all the time. If you put in the work in the right way, you're gonna get results. I'm here cleaning out the unit. If you watch last Monday's video, there's a big old mess back here, right? Now it's just my stuff I'm taking home to send to Amazon this week. I am going to get rid of this CD stand as well. But like I said, it's all gone. I got rid of all of that. And while I was doing that, I got my only eBay sale of the week. It's almost as if the universe knew, hey, this guy's gonna be recording a YouTube video. We gotta make him seem like he's making some kind of money, right? So we sold Indian Trails to Super Highways. I took an offer at 15 bucks. I had it listed at 20. This thing is tiny, but this is one of those weird local niche type books, kind of like the local cookbooks, Bibles, hymnals, things like that. So 15 bucks, somebody will appreciate it. It is going in Pennsylvania, so I probably could deliver this myself, but I will throw this in a padded mailer, get it out the door. I got it for nothing. 15 bucks. Cost me $5 to ship after fees, another $1.50. I make $8. Nothing exciting, right? But I'm getting rid of this stuff. I don't have a huge eBay inventory. I literally have one bookshelf. Maybe a little bit more than one. 1.5 18-inch bookshelves. That's all of my inventory that I have listed for eBay. So, I mean, when I sell something, I'll take the $8, you know? Go buy yourself. I'll go buy you something from McDonald's, right? So that was our sale. The more important part is that you all keep me accountable when it comes to listing my junk on eBay. I know, it's like, Mike, the death pile has been there since like 2020. Listen, eBay ain't my gig, all right? I do it for you all. I do it for all you hardworking eBay sellers out there who put in crazy amount of times dealing with the platform, dealing with packing and shipping your own stuff. I do this for you. So what did we list today on eBay? We listed Tyler Perry, Higher is Waiting. If you go look and see, sold comps are around $6. I didn't list this at $6. You're probably thinking, Mike, why would you ever list something that cheap? Well, believe it or not, Tyler Perry himself stopped by the storage unit and signed this copy. So, all right, Tyler. All right, I'll see you later, man. I appreciate the stuff you make. You put out good stuff. All right, Tyler Perry just signed this. He's leaving now. No, I found this in a thrift store signed. The last one that was signed sold for like 40 bucks. I listed it for $35, free shipping. Somebody will appreciate this. This thing is super clean. I didn't list it as new. I don't like listing books as new, whether it's eBay or Amazon. There are a little bit of dog earring on some of these pages, so I put it as like new. I mean, this is probably one of the cleaner books I'm ever going to come across in the wild. So yeah, not too bad. This should sell probably fairly quick, I would assume. He has a big following, and like I said, he puts out decent, you know, decent stuff. So going on the eBay shelf. So that's what we sold. That's what we listed on the eBay. I don't have everybody that I had previously that I hired, you know, my scouter, my heavy lifter, they all quit. So I don't have no cutaways today. Until I find new people to work for me, it's been a crazy week. It's been a crazy week. We had to take one of our cats to the emergency vet for a UTI. So I've been getting pulled all over the place this week, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I'm self-employed, right? Me and Deb talked about this. If I used to work at CVS, we wouldn't be able to take the cat to the emergency vet. Well, lucky I was here. filling up my car to get rid of my duds. And hey, we got to take the cat to the vet. I can drop everything, take care of it. Now we're going to get into the fun stuff, the numbers. Okay, so I said, let's take a 10-day period of sales on Amazon. So we did January 21st to the 30th. All the screenshots you see, mine and many others, are going to be this 10-day stretch. So if you try to think about it, 30 days basically in every single month. You times these numbers by 3. That's kind of what you look at, how much somebody's making in a month, give or take, depending on what their business model is. But I do think it is important to understand who you are as a reseller and what your numbers mean to you. Because my sales, you know, right? So over this time period, we sold $3,133.20 in total sales on Amazon, right? So if you look at your cool bars on your phone, that's the number you see. It was 164 items, books, CDs, DVDs. So the average selling price per item, ASP, is $19.10. ASP is one of those things, the higher it is, especially on Amazon, you're gonna make a whole bunch more money. I'm here to tell you that. $19, I can live with that, right? Sending some low dollar, some high dollar stuff. So, $3,100. How much in Amazon taking fees? Amazon fees, buckle up. I mean, this is only 10 days. This is how, I mean, Amazon's Amazon, right? This really don't beat me up, but when I sit here and look at it, I'm like, damn, Jeff. Hey, Jeff, you're killing me out here, man. All right, the fees on 3,100 were $1,427.76. Sheesh. I mean, that's a lot of fees, right? You're probably thinking, damn, Mike, you're giving away all that money. Listen, Amazon products usually sell for more. I don't have to pack or ship it. I know the profit when I'm sending something in, or a roundabout number, so I'm really never losing money technically. You know these numbers before you make the purchase and send the stuff in. So it's as bad as $1,400 coming out of your pocket out of $3,100. It's really pretty good, especially this breakdown, right? So after fees, I took $1,705.44. So I always like to say in media, you want to have the 50-50 split of how much Amazon's taking versus how much you're making. So this is actually good, right? Amazon takes 14, I take 17. The attributing factor to that is the average sales price. $19 on Amazon for media is a good spot to be in. Now, you start getting around $16, maybe even $17 average sales price. Your fee and how much you take home is going to be closer to 50-50. Once you get under that $16 average sales price mark, Amazon starts making more money than you do on the sale of the products. That's why I tell you all, stop selling the junk. We have trigger sets. There's things we can do to be smarter in our business that just makes more sense. Stop wasting time and energy on the low value stuff. You're literally just working for Amazon at this point, right? What if you sold $3,100 and you got $500? That's the reality of some business models. But those business models are different than, manual labor of going out and sourcing and thrifting, right? A lot of these people stay at home. They have replenishables. They order things online, flip it that way. That's how you can get away with smaller margins. We're out here boots on the ground. I need to get paid, right? I'm not out here diddle-daddling around to make $5-10 an hour at the end of the day. So, all right, you're probably thinking, well, $1,700. Well, hey, Mike, wake up in there. What about your buy cost, right? 164 items. I mean, you're selling basically 16 items a day. My average buy cost during those 10 days was $1.10 a piece. So, puts us right around what, like $180 buy cost. So if we minus that after the fees, we have $1,525.04 after our buy cost, after Amazon takes theirs for 10 days. So if you break that down to how much a day, $152 a day in profit, right? I'm not working all these 10 days. I'm probably working 4 days, 5 days. You guys know, I run a lean, like, you know how you go to the grocery store and they sell things like, ground beef, it's like 98% lean, 2% fat, right? I run a lean Amazon business. What does that mean to me? What does that mean to you? I'm not out here living in the bins. I'm not out here 5 days a week. I hustle. I bust my ass 2 days a week. These are the results you get. I'm basically telling you, you give me 20 hours a week and you can make an extra $1,500 every 10 days. 20 hours a week. What's the math on that? Somebody run the numbers. 20 hours a week. I guess it's kind of hard to do because it's a 10-day period, right? So we really can't break down how much per hour. It's probably a little bit over $50 an hour in profit. That's where I like to be, right? That's decent money. So if we extrapolate that information into a 30-day, basically a month period, I'm looking right around $9,000 in sales a month. My take home, if I keep the average at 19 bucks, bring home around $4,500 a month in profit. Now that's before, paying for this huge warehouse, paying for the software, things like that. But it's kind of a good idea of where I'm at. And $4,500, believe it or not, that's really not that much money to a lot of people out there. A lot of this is dependent on where you live, right? I live in, the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania, right? If I all of a sudden got transplanted to California, my $4,500 ain't even covering rent, right? All of a sudden things change. So these numbers are different for everybody and everybody's business, but I do think it is important to understand, what are you making, right? I have so many people email me over the years, reach out to me, hey, why is my payout $100 when I sold $1,000 in stuff? It's because you're not doing a deep dive. You're not, you got to be invested. The days of just, doing whatever you want, making money, reselling, they're gone. We got to be smart business owners and operators. And that starts from thrifting knowledge, sourcing knowledge, product knowledge, and the actual numbers of your business. How much are you actually making? What's your overhead cost? There's so many things that go into being a business owner, a reselling business owner, and not knowing your numbers will sink you quick. And then you'll be emailing me like, there's no money in selling on Amazon. The fees, Mike, $1,400 in fees. Yeah, well, guess what? I still made $1,700. There's really no work. I throw this stuff in a box, ship the box out. That's it. That's why I can have a lean Amazon business. And the sky's the limit. I'm giving you 20 hours of work here, right? I have YouTube, I have Discord, I have coaching. I got so many things going on. I'm helping Deb in her business. The sky is the limit with Amazon. That's what excites me. When I start seeing these numbers and I think about whoa, man, the potential out there for you part-timers to go full-time or stay part-time, put an extra $500 in your pocket every single week. It's that simple, right? 164 items. I've had boxes of CDs that have had over 164 items. You could do one box of 175 CDs every single week and make this kind of money basically every 10 days. It's crazy that the possibilities with selling media on Amazon. That's why I try to get you all, especially you eBay sellers, right? Come on over. You'd be surprised, at how easy this can be. We don't make it hard. It's super easy. All right. So those are my numbers, right? So you're probably thinking, well, that's just your numbers. Well, believe it or not, I have a Discord for YouTube members, right? Everybody knows, I talk about it all the time, $2.99, cheaper than a Happy Meal. We got coaching calls every single week. We also have a private Discord. Discord is like a forum you can go in. So I said, yo, people, give me your numbers, right? I don't want to just show my numbers and kind of, I'm not even touting myself, right? Most of you out there probably make more than me, and I'm perfectly fine with that. But I said, hey, give me some numbers, people. Give me some other stuff. What are you guys putting up over this 10-day period? So we'll pop these up as we go. First up, friend, podcast host extraordinaire. You probably know him as the Bearded Coffee. He's got always got the biggest big gulp full of coffee during the podcast. Johnny B's numbers on Amazon over that same period. And listen, he's a copycat. That's all I'm going to say. I didn't know these were his numbers before, but he basically copies me. And this is just proof of it, right? So he did 166 items sold for $3,082. and an average sales price of $18.57. So he's basically fallen in line almost exactly with my sales over the past 10 days that we're covering here. So not too shabby on him. You know, he kind of just got back up into Amazon. So I'm excited for him. Listen, he's got an employee, he's got processes, he's sending in 30 times the amount of me. So the next time I do this, I mean, his numbers are just going to blow mine out of the water, but good progress here. He just recently started, you know, pumping back into Amazon over the past basically month and a half. So to get these results that quick from nothing, the guy had 0 listings on Amazon. 2 months, the man has already taken home basically $1,500. His buy cost is less than mine. So he's basically taking home $1,500 every 10 days. From 0 to $1,500 every 10 days in 2 months. What more proof do you need that this works, right? I mean, it's crazy to me. We got some other people, right? Jack. We did the podcast with Jack. 7-figure video game seller on Amazon. The dude's a beast. One-man video game selling machine, right? Imagine like the Terminator, but he sells video games. He's just by himself, right? He don't even care about Sarah Connor, John Connor, any of them. The dude just sells video games. These numbers will probably blow your mind, right? All right. Jack, you know, said, here we go. He sold 1,360 video games during this time period. Sales products, well, total sales was $31,704. Average sales price, $23.40, right? So he's got a higher ASP. He's selling video games. He does buy collections, so he pays a little bit more. So $23.40, he's probably taking home, you know, close to 60-70% of every single sale. I mean, that's crazy. One guy, video games, one of the most saturated categories to sell in, he's putting up 32 grand in 10 days. I mean, it's crazy. And these people are, I mean, like, Jack's the nicest guy, right? He hosts a call over in Tech and Sports Group. Anybody that has a video game question over in my Discord, he'll answer it. He's an open book. It's crazy to me that we have these resources out there, and all it takes is one message. Hey, you know, he's on Instagram. He posts on Instagram every once in a while. Yo, Jack, what's going on, right? Hey, here's my problem I'm dealing with. I want to start selling video games. These people are all open books. So shout out to Jack for just like, he said, Mike, take your $3,000 in sales. Get out of here. I said, all right, Jack, I'm out of here, man. But yeah, I mean, that's the possibility of one person, focused, business processes, selling on Amazon. That's what I like to see out there. We got more, right? So I showed you Johnny, right? I showed you Jack. So now we're going to jump into, all right, Jameson. He also has a YouTube channel, flips furniture, does video games on eBay. So he's like, I don't care about Amazon numbers. I'm going to show you eBay numbers. All right, Jameson. So I don't even know what this eBay report looks like, but here I can kind of break it down. He did $2,982 in sales on eBay, video games. He sold 97 items. It doesn't show the ASP, but the total profit, it looks like, was $1,935.92. 10-day period selling video games on eBay. He's selling roughly 10 items a day over on eBay. So eBay is not dead. Thank you, Jameson, for reassuring us that if you want to sell on eBay, there's still money to be made. You just got to treat it right and, you know, do the things they want you to do. So we got some more. This is a interesting one here. We got Jamie. Jamie does Dollar Tree flips, and he has backroom access at Dollar Trees. Any Dollar Tree. He's got backroom access. He's basically like a district manager for Dollar Tree. And most of his flips are, he pays $1.25 per item. So he sold 134 items, $1,676. Average sales price is $15.52, right? So it's a little bit lower, but his buy cost $1.25. And you do see here, his average order is at 1.24. So people are ordering multiple quantities. These are all replens. He goes into his Dollar Tree, he loads up his cart. He knows exactly, he's basically got a shopping list to make him money. That's how he can get away with the lower average sales price, because the time invested is a lot less, right? If you go in and you get, you know, 1,000 rolls or 1,000 lights of the same thing, this is easy, right? All I need is 1,000 labels, send it in, right? So his business model is a little bit different. Dollar Tree, they exist. Dollar Tree flips are a whole business, right? So I think I got maybe one more. I don't know. Last one, we have Eric. Eric's a part-timer, right? I like to appeal to part-timers as well. I always say part-time in this business is a lot harder than full-timing. So Eric's works full-time, does this part-time, but wants to go full-time reselling, right? So a lot of people that are in this situation think it's important to kind of see the numbers of what's possible while you work a full-time job. You're in a relationship, you have other obligations, but you want to be a full-time reseller. So here goes his numbers. We have 26 items ordered, product sales $635, an ASP of $24.44. For media, that is a really good ASP to be at. So he's probably taking home close to 70% of this. So 70 times 6, he's probably bringing home 400 of the $635 part-time, right? So for him, after work, he goes out when he can, sources when he can. He's trying to refine his processes so he can have more time to, you know, focus on the business. But I'm a betting man, right? I bet that he will be full-time by the end of this year as long as he continues on this track. So that's a kind of, you know, that's the numbers. It's not just my numbers, right? The numbers are the numbers when it comes down to it. I mean, there's really no other way to beat around the bush. So that is what we got. But I got more. What are some of the best items I sold during this period, right? Because you might think, whoa, Mike, maybe you sold one item that was $1,000, right? Nah, that don't work. And I'm gonna give you guys a second to guess while I get myself together. I looked at my numbers last year. What was the highest priced book, CD, or DVD I sold all last year? You comment down below. I need to grab something. All right, time's up. I'm gonna spill the beans. It was a book, right? $160 book was the highest priced item I sold. It's not all about the home runs. I'm here to tell you, you can have a very fruitful, lean business selling the stuff between $20 and $50. That's kind of the name of the game here. So I'm gonna show you the 2 top things we sold in that 10-day period, and then the 1 stinky thing we sold. It stinks in here. What is that? All right. Give Me Liberty, An American History. This is a book. Great rank, 48K rank. We sold it for $54.98. Profit was $39.24. I believe I was into this for $2.99. We made $35 after fees. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Next up, the second best item we sold was a DVD. The Joel McCree Westerns Collection. Decent rank, 75K in DVDs. Sold it for $39.98. Profit was $28.95. Can't beat it, right? You just continually put $25 bills in your pockets. They should put my face on the $25 bill, right? A new bill, the reseller bill, a $25 bill. Now, the stinky one that happens. We sell on Amazon. Everything can't sell for $1 trillion, right? I just told you the most expensive thing I sold all last year was $150, right? So like, you guys all got me beat in that category, but I'm out here willing to put in the time and send in, you know, the stuff that's going to make me $20 to $40 all day long after fees. The worst item we sold was Lagan, Once Upon a Time in India. This was like a Bollywood DVD. A lot of that Bollywood DVDs that are like imported over, they're really not worth anything. I had a Salvation Army, I remember getting this, that had a ton of this type of junk. This one I sold for $9.99, but this might surprise you. And if it doesn't, it should. On the profit of a $9.99 sale of a DVD, we made $4.23. That's not that bad. You sell something for 10 bucks, you're not personally shipping it, you're not personally dealing with customers, no pictures, all you're doing is slapping a label on it. I mean, yeah, our buy cost was $1.50 on half off day at Salvation Army, so we only made $2.75, but we didn't lose money. That was the worst item we sold during that 10 period stretch. So, I mean, it is what it is, right? So that's the best and the worst I sold during that $3,100 sales period. Before we get out of here, what are we sending to Amazon this week? Let me get my Scout IQ screen pulled up. Let me get my ring scanner, my handy dandy ring scanner. Locked and loaded. Screen recording. Start now. I got 5 things we're going to show you. All right. First up. Anybody know this guy just from the photo? Anybody? Is he even anybody to know? I don't know. I mean, he looks kind of badass, right? I mean, like, I need a chair like that with sunflowers on the side. Pretty, you know, sweet guitar, whatever he's got. This CD, whoa, my sound's all the way up. All right, no used FBA, sales score of 4, right? So this sells, you know, once a month, maybe once every 6 to 7 weeks, but there's no FBA. So all of a sudden we get FBA. Someone searches this on Google. They see that it's Prime. Oh my God, it's Prime. I gotta buy this right now. My wallet's burning. It's Amazon Prime available. We'll list this at $24.99. So basically right here, we're into this for $1. We'll make 15 bucks after fees. Not too shabby. It will sell, I promise you. And by the way, this is Brother DG, bro. I don't know. Listen, good little bolo. Anything that's in like these cardboard cases, they're usually like individually produced or smaller companies. Always scan this stuff. Another CD. Beth Nielsen Chapman Hymns. 12 tracks, 23 sales score, sells over once a week. You make $7 after fees. Buy cost of $1, you make $6. All you do is slap a label on the label and you're out the door. DVD time. I always tell everybody, if you see a DVD you don't know about, scan it. Skins. Never seen this. I don't even know who's in it. This is like an Indian reservation type film, I guess. Yeah, I just never heard of it, so I scanned it. Sells more than once a week as well. You make $7.66. I'm into this for $1.50. We make $6 after fees. Not too shabby. And I am the book guy, so I gotta show you books. Nothing exciting, but hey, this is the way of the world. On the Way to the Future, Daniel's Vision and the Believer's Hope. Paid 50 cents for this. Sells about twice a week. You make $6 after fees. 50 cents, $5.50 after fees. Yet again, you just label it, get it out the door. And the last item I wanted to show you was the Essential Herbal for Natural Health. How to transform easy to find herbs into healing remedies for the whole family. I mean, you see this, right? If you're a book scanner, you see this, you're thinking to yourself, this has got to be worth some money, right? Herbal stuff, aromatherapy, there's lots of money in that type of stuff. Yeah, so this wasn't a bad pickup. 15 sales score, sells about once every 10 days. You make $6.50, we paid 50 cents, it's a softback. So you make $6. I mean, it's nothing exciting, but it's an honest living, right? That's kind of how I look at it. It's fun to get out there and scan. It's fun to make the money you can make putting in as little time as we do. And hey, you can go put in 60 hours a week. All of a sudden, you know, you're making, you know, just selling media. You're making 10 grand in profit every single week. The sky's the limit with this business. It's just, what do you want? That's a big topic. Who are you going to be as a reseller, right? And we've had some calls and I've had some one-on-one coaches. You got to be this person or that person. If you don't have the buy box of books, you want to sell CDs and DVDs, then be that person, but own it, right? Own your business. Decide who you want to be and run with it. Don't try to do this. Oh, I'm going to try this week. I'm going to try this week. Pick a lane, stay in it. Your results will 10x over the next 2 months because, hey, all of a sudden you're focused. And I have people that don't sell books. They sell video games only. They sell cassettes. They sell CDs only. They sell DVDs and CDs. They sell DVDs only. As long as you know that's who you are, your focus, you know everything. You know how the business works. You know how fast you can prep something. You know how much money you're going to make. It's super simple when you make it simple. The problem is we just get distracted. So that's going to do it for the video. I appreciate you watching. I'm going to host like a resellers like dance, right? You know, like the prom when you're in high school. Now that I have all this floor space and my bags are going to be out of here, I'll get rid of this CD thing, right? I'll hang up a little disco ball, and we'll have a big resellers dance here. My 10 by 10 million square foot storage unit, BYOB, right? I don't, listen, I drank enough in college for a lifetime, so you all can bring your own beer. I'll sit over here and drink, you know, my Mountain Dew Code Red, and we'll have a good time. So I appreciate you watching. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more used book videos. Bye-bye.